Before we can speak about the impact of teratogens on development and later personality outcomes, we must first understand the process of human development and their psychology. During the first 2 weeks of development, we go through a zygotic period where the ovary is penetrated by the sperm. At this moment, the zygote is a combination of DNA from both parents, specifically 23 chromosomes from the mom and 23 chromosomes from the dad. Later on, these same characteristics are then impacted by the environment. After the zygotic period follows the embryonic period, which consists of 2 to 8 weeks after conception. In this stage, cells continue to develop and create more vital functions such as veins, a heart, a brain, and other organs. Weeks 9 to 39 are considered the fetal phase, which is a prenatal human being between the embryonic stage and birth. Therefore, there is continued development and the physical characteristics of the fetus become more recognizable. Also, in this phase, the mother begins to experience movement of the fetus. Given that these stages are incredibly valuable and delicate towards the development of a baby, there are a number of genetic influences that can impact fetal development. With these influences comes forth illnesses that could impact the developing fetus. 2 examples of such illnesses are sickle cell anemia, which is an autoimmune disease where both parents have to have the trait, and the effects of said illness causes the red blood cells to become misshapen and break down. Another example is Tay-Sachs disease, which makes the body susceptible to neural atrophies, meaning the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord start dying after a 3 to 6 month period. Along with the possibility of the developing fetus being exposed to genetic toxins that can predispose them to illness, it can also be affected by teratogens. Teratogens are environmental agents such as a drug, chemical, virus, or other factors that can produce a birth defect. Subexample of teratogens and their birth defect results are alcohol, which can cause premature birth, and fetal alcohol spectral disorder, also known as FASD, the mother's mental state, which has proven studies to cause facial clefts and conotruncal heart defects, and finally other drug uses that can potentially lead to breathing difficulties, poor muscle control, brain damage, low birth weight, and many other defects. Now, of course, if the child is born with one of these defects, it can change its personality, especially when it comes to dealing with these defects in the real world.